Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, fuck the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game missing. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set 30 base.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Switch it. Come on.
Recon, 132 fighters now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
General West. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Out of the gun now on third down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Push him back.
Go. On the ball. On the ball.
I'm about to take you to school.
Look at me. Zipper.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Let's go.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
15 line.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, zoom.
Second and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Past the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Go. 54. Mike 54. Record. Right there. 54.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. This is Coleman with the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, Delta.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field, and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Hey, exit. Yep.
Mike 5. Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
Yeah.
Mike 5.
Get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right. So
they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Well, here we go on 4th down with Murray. Open man is Michael Thomas. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run here with Tavon Austin. Well, they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Let's go, let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now back to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready, ready. 60 or.
Here we go.
Bravo.
Hey, watch the slip.
Go.
Mike 5.
Hey, Charlie.
Get that quarterback.
Hey.
Five's the mic.
Now.
to throw here. He finds his target, Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. The guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10. At the 2.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Completes it to Coleman. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got?
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
John.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, Haywood.
54.
They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. Second and 3. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's see what you got. SOS. Check the backer.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken short.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for...
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down, 49ers.
Murray now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Flushed it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is taken at the 10. And that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. Chargers have scored again, so they are really opening it up. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey. X3, 218, chopper.
Mike 3. Combo.
Hey, Echo. Shoot.
2nd and 10. The open man here, Renfro. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Rush in. Rush recon, 132 fighter.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tevin Coleman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. So So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This one fielded at the 5. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over something.
He's got a man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. On second down, it's Austin. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, 49ers. Tavon Austin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Watch the slack. General West. Watch the slack. On the ball, Mike.
Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Hey, high 7. Ready?
They'll drop the throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They'll set up the throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
I got you. Whip. Watch the whip. 22, jet cover. 22, jet cover.
They'll run on first down. Austin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike is a 15. Check Mike 15. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 50. Mike 50.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he finds McDonald. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
First down, San Francisco.
Mike 50. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Hey.
Murray now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Brian Burns in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I'm coming back. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. No, Mike's 50. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
Be ready. Be ready. Check safety. Check safety. Go, go.
Shotgun now from Murray. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the third quarter in Carson. Chargers continue to pull away. They have opened that lead up even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Wide. Get wide. Hey, zoom. Deep grip.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Coleman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's 3rd and 10.
Go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. Watch the run.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Finds the mic. Hey, exit.
They'll try and throw for it here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hustle. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Let's go. I'm here all day.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Final minute now of the third quarter.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All day.
Now Murray throwing on second down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7th. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
Bravo! Mike 5. Watch the out. Mike 5. Let's go deep.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
First down, Murray. Looking long for Thomas. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Murray and company going for it on fourth. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flush to his right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Throwing now is Murray. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. From the gun, Murray. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense has crowd the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Deuce. Bang, bang. Hey, Charlie. Bang, bang. 5.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
Look at me. Zipper.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Defense.
Back to throw now on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's caught by Coleman.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. Now the ball comes loose, and this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Coleman, and he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
13 yards there and a Niner first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. You go tight. Go tight.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Back to throw. Murray. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Oh no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Back to throw it, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, it's Freeman. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Then with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Finds the mic. Watch the pass.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Let's go, D.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Niners, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
a young, incredible.